What's up, everybody? Zach here with the NerdCave. It is Car Thoughts on a Tuesday morning, guys. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. We are back. We are here. Hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful day. It's gorgeous outside right now. It feels great. Humidity is getting a little bit up there, but it feels good outside, which is a rare treat in the South, because most of the time it's like Satan's armpits, and I don't like Satan. I definitely don't want to be in his armpits, but that's what it feels like here in the South, guys. So hope everyone is doing well. Had a good show last night over on Bo Knows Gaming. Y'all should go check out that episode. It was a lot of fun. We played a game during the episode, so y'all go check it out. A little bit of housekeeping. Thursday we have NerdCave News, which will be at 7 p.m. Central Time, so y'all come and be a part of that. I think y'all will enjoy it. Me and Derek will be breaking down all the video game news that you need to know, so be there. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited because this week kind of jam-packed. This month is going to be very busy. And I know some people are like, oh, busy with NerdCave content. Yes, we're going to be doing more NerdCave content. Hopefully I'll have time to edit more cool stuff out for y'all, because we got stuff that I just need to get out. That's the problem right now. It's just I got stuff that I need to get out, but I just don't have the time right now, because doing a lot of freelance projects, you know, that are cooking right now. So yeah, it's just a busy month with work and freelance stuff, and over the weekend I got to play a little bit of college football. Been playing Road to Glory, and I know I talked about college football I think in the last one as well, and how I wasn't enjoying the game as much. And this was before I started my Road to Glory character, which I am enjoying a lot more than Dynasty, because it's like I'm having to do one thing. I'm having to be a quarterback, and that's all I have to do. I don't have to do defense. I hate playing defense. It's not my strong suit in football. Basketball, NBA, way better at it. But I enjoy playing on offense. I feel like that's most people, though. I don't know anyone's like, man, I really love defense in the gaming world. Okay, I don't know. Some of y'all weirdos might be out there that like that. I don't know. But it's way more enjoyable. I'm playing on the Troy team. Troy Trojans. Go Troy. My alma mater. So enjoying playing as them, as their quarterback and everything. Within like 3 games, already passed 1,000 passing yards. You know, I'm feeling good. I've only gotten 2 interceptions in one game. I got 2 interceptions. I was mad at myself. I was forcing throws, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm enjoying the game a lot more now that I'm playing Road to Glory than I was playing Dynasty. And I think it's just me getting used to the game, because I am using the new throwing mechanic, which I like in ways. I don't know. I don't know if I should go back to the original throwing mechanic and see if I'm better or whatever. I don't know. But glad to update y'all that I am enjoying the game a lot more. My character, All Might, he's a monster. And I'm enjoying getting to play, you know, as him, this 7-foot tall monster of a quarterback. It's a lot of fun. So enjoying that. And I've talked about this on Bo Knows Gaming. I'm sure everyone has seen these ads where it's like you got like these military guys, and it's like a road, and you've got like zombies or some sort of enemies coming towards you, and then you have like +2 -27. And then for some odd reason, they always go through like the bad math or whatever, and then they lose. So I downloaded one of those games. I'm having to like really like limit the amount that I play like normal games, just because my hands like, I can play about 3 hours, but then my hands are just toast for the next few days. Just a lot of pain and all of that. Still working through those issues. But I got this game and I was like, I'm just going to try it out. And I also downloaded a solo leveling game that I haven't even played yet. I do want to play it. But it's called Last Wars. And I talked about this on Bo Knows Gaming. They gave me so much crap last night for playing this game. But started playing it. It is actually what the ad was, which is nice because a lot of those games aren't, from what I've heard. So started playing it. There's like a base building part of it. Heavy microtransactions, my lord, heavy are they. And like literally it's like every time you open up the game, they try to push you buying this character that you get very early on that is way overpowered compared to the characters that you get, which would make the game super, super easy. But it's like, if I'm going to play a game, I want to like actually like work on like enjoying the game, if you will. So I'm not spending any money on this game. That's the big thing. But it has this thing in like, I'm saying it right now, mobile game developers know how to hit a part of your brain that keeps you playing. Like, they are freaking manipulators, 100%. And it's not like I am spending money, but I am spending time on this app. And I'm like, I'm literally like, okay, I think I'm gonna have to put this on my time blocking app, so I don't get on this thing too much. But it's these like little quick wins that you see. Oh, I got more gold, or I got more iron, I got more food, whatever, because this is a zombie like survival kind of game or whatever. So you're constantly like seeing like things add up, things popping and you progressing, or you're getting a new hero, or you're getting little tokens to upgrade them, or you're getting a new element in your base or whatever. Like, they are so good at this. And then you do have alliances, which I joined one 2 days ago, and man, it makes the game so much easier. And just to point out, I am driving this morning and people are still dumb. I don't know if y'all know this, but people driving still dumb. Why I'm saying all of this about the game is, it is very interesting to see, because these games are essentially live service, and the console market struggles with making games that feel like this. And I don't want to ever see a console game that is like this, because you get so many different currencies within the game. You get rubies and you get gold, and then the paid is diamonds, and then you can use diamonds to buy more rubies, and you use rubies to buy in-game things, and it goes through so many different transitions, so you forget what the real world costs of things are. But it comes back down to this game is like super addictive, because you're waiting on, I'm researching something and it's going to be 2 hours before this is done. I can speed it up. I've got this many speed ups in my inventory or whatever that you get through just playing the game. Or I can use rubies and I can get it done automatically. So there's all these little things within the game, and this is nothing new. Like, we've had this kind of stuff with, Clash Royale or whatever, Clash of Clans, Like, we've had this kind of monetization for a very, very long time. But I haven't played a mobile game in a long time, other than Marvel Snap. And I feel like Marvel Snap is way, way less insidious about its microtransactions than this. This is definitely a pay me money kind of game. But again, I'm doing all of this for free and not spending any money, which is really, really nice. So, it's just very interesting that is what console gaming is trying to be. We saw, PlayStation over the last couple years with Jim Ryan wanting to go the live service route. We saw Halo go live service as well. And I feel like because mobile games get you to this point where it's like you're having to wait to do something. It gets you in really quick, really fast. You're getting a lot of quick wins under your belt, either through, harvesting stuff to combat or whatever. And then you start like, oh, I'm invincible. I can do this. This is a lot of fun. I'm getting a lot of wins. And then you get to this point where you hit a wall. And that's when they present an option to buy your way, pay to win out of that issue. And then you're like, well, it's only 99 cents. And then you pay 99 cents. And why I keep saying it's insidious is because that's how they get you. It's this quick little taste of, well, I got challenged and it's going to take me a lot longer. You're essentially paying for convenience at this point. Same thing with like DoorDash. It's like I could cook a dinner, I could warm something up, or I could sit on the couch and I could just order something from DoorDash, and it would be way easier, and I don't have to do anything than click a few buttons on my phone. That's the same thing with these mobile games. It's, oh, I could wait, 30 minutes and get a new hero or whatever. I don't know why we've got slowpokes in the middle lane. I don't know what's going on. It's like, if you're going to drive this slow, you don't need to be in the middle lane. You need to be in the right lane. Like, seriously. Me just complaining about people's driving. And that's okay, because that's what the Car Thoughts is about. It's complaining about people's driving while you talk about things that are on your mind. So, why I say all of this is, like, let's take a look at Fortnite. Fortnite, I feel like, is the closest, that and probably GTA Online, are the closest to mobile game monetization. You've got virtual currency, which is, for a kid, they don't really know what that means. It's like, oh, I've got V-Bucks. That's what it's called. I've got, 10,000 V-Bucks. I don't know what the exchange rate is. Let's just say 10,000 V-Bucks is $10 for easy math. A lot of these, even Microsoft used to do this back in the day with Microsoft points. You would buy a $20, Microsoft point card, and you would get some weird arbitrary number of points that made you disassociate with how much money you actually spent. So that's what they're doing with V-Bucks, with these different games and everything. Same thing as, like, I know there's like a GTA Cash thing. So you buy V-Bucks, and then in the game, skins and weapons or whatever are bought by V-Bucks. So that step away from, okay, this skin is $10, becomes this skin is 500 V-Bucks or whatever. And you start doing that, and you're like, oh, well, I'm not spending real money because it's not 99 cents USD or whatever, 3,000 euros. I know the euro is not that weak. I'm just saying, you get to this point where it's like, okay, I am not equating real money. And the same thing with like using a debit card. You keep using the debit card, you don't know how much you're spending. It's like, yeah, you get the total, but you're not handing cash over. Unless you're checking your account literally every day, you're not knowing how much you're spending because you're not exchanging that money over. Credit card, same thing. So you're on Fortnite, you've bought 10 skins, and you're out of V-Bucks, and you're like, well, I just had 10,000 V-Bucks. And then it's like, well, I gotta buy more, and then you just automatically buy more because there are things that are enticing you. All those crossovers in Fortnite are there to entice you to buy more stuff. So I say all of that to say that other games are trying to do this, but they failed to do it because Halo is a great example. Halo Infinite. They started out strong, but their seasons didn't go fast enough. They lasted way too long, and then you would get regurgitations within the store, things that weren't like, oh my god, I have to have this. I want to look the coolest on the battlefield or whatever. Like, you didn't really have that all the time, and that's why it struggled to make the money that Microsoft wanted it to make, because it wasn't fully there. It wasn't fully like locked and loaded. But you look at Fortnite, they have everything planned out. I'm assuming for the next 2 years, easy, they've got everything planned out. Any kind of movie tie-ins, any kind of, shows, whatever it is, they've already got it planned out, ready to go. And people, different brands are, knocking on their doors to be a part of that game because they know that it is so successful. And you look at something that is like Concord, which is a live service game from PlayStation, and no one is excited about this game. No one is wanting to play Concord. The beta came out, they extended the play test and all of this. No one's excited for it because, one, it looks like garbage. Two, it looks like a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff of a Valorant game with a little bit of, Overwatch in there. And they're trying to monetize this, but it's like, people don't want this. People don't want this. And it's like, oh, well, you're going to get, there's going to be no battle pass. And it's like, okay, so you're not going to have anybody buying anything, maybe skins for a game that people don't want to play. And it's like, you have got to create something that is interesting, because I have seen those ads forever. I'm like, I'm never going to play one of those. And then I was bored. I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And then I'll be shocked when my how much my screen time comes up in the week, how much I've spent on this game. Easily probably 3 hours. I should have been doing other things. I should have been watching anime, watching House of Dragons, getting caught up on that, whatever. But I was spending playing this game, and it's not even a game that I was like excited about. But they know how to just tap into that part of your brain that just like, man, I just want to keep playing. I just want to keep playing. It's just very, very interesting. And I think hopefully console games never figure this out in a way, because again, it goes back to that point where it's like, they make you wait on purpose, but they give you an option to speed things up. And with like PvP and all of that, you can't really do this. Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 Battlefront 1 really, no, it was Battlefront 2, was pay to win at the beginning. That is the only one that I know that have definitely tried to do that. It wasn't just cosmetic, because you could level things up and everything, get better cards and all of that through their store. People, huge backlash. Like, console and PC players don't mess around with this kind of stuff. But it's like, as soon as you get on the phone, you expect these sort of things. And it's like, oh yeah, I expect a mobile game to make me try to wait for something. Star Wars Hunters has done a really good job of not doing that. I've only played like once or twice, and on my Switch at that. But it's like, you are not dealing with some of the same things, but again, it's that thing. It's like, as soon as you open up a mobile app that's a game, you're expecting this kind of waiting, this kind of monetization scheme. It's a scheme. But when you go to console, it's like, if that sort of thing was in a game, you would turn it off. Even if it's free to play, I feel like people would still turn it off. And I think this comes from like Farmville back in the day. Kind of those like flash, monetization things like on Facebook and all of that from like Zynga back in the day. And I don't know. It's like, we as console players, we expect a free-to-play game to have everything that we want at the very beginning. Maybe not skins, maybe not, weapons or whatever, but the game has to at least be playable every match at the start. And it's just such an interesting thing to think about, because the best monetization we've had in console gaming is Fortnite. Overwatch used to be the thing as well, with loot boxes and everything. Then they went and screwed that up with Overwatch 2. They screwed up the whole game with Overwatch 2. I'm getting on my soapbox over here. But when you come down to it, I'm thankful that console games aren't like that. And I feel like they are trying to tap into it. But a free-to-play console game, you're not going to get people to stay and play it if you treat them the way mobile gaming works. And I know so many console publishers want to do something like that. They want to have Fortnite, but they want that money. I'll be very curious to see how Microsoft utilizes King, which does like Candy Crush. They're part of the Activision Blizzard acquisition and everything. That was a really cool car. I've never even seen one like that before. Some old car, beautiful looking car. I'm wondering what they're going to learn. My God, dude. I'm wondering what they're going to learn from them about monetizing games, because they have one of the most successful gaming, like, just pulling in tons of money. And King, they do more than Candy Crush at this point, but Candy Crush is still huge. So it's interesting because Microsoft gets King, Activision Blizzard, which Activision is really good at live service games, getting money, even though people get angry at them all the time. And then PlayStation gets Bungie, and come to find out, Bungie is a sinking ship in and of itself. Over there, last week we heard a lot about what's going on over there, but I feel like Microsoft lucked out on what they got. They definitely had the money and they fought for it, but it's like, you look at, King, Activision, all of that, and then PlayStation's like, yeah, we spent like $3 billion, or it might have been even more, I can't remember, to get Bungie, and then Bungie is just like belly up, tanking right now, Pete Parsons, buying 10 more expensive cars while firing, 200 employees or 150. I can't remember. I think it was 200. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy stuff to think about. And my final thoughts on all of it, I hope that console gaming, PC, whatever, the AAA, AA space never gets to the point where it is like a mobile game where you are constantly, you get to this point where you're not in control of the game. You're having to wait because they're trying to get you to spend more money. I hope that we never get to that point in console gaming. And just like the backlash with Star Wars Battlefront, I hope that if that happens again, if someone tries to push that kind of game, that we as the community, we as gamers, will push back on that. That way we don't have something that essentially compromises what gaming is and can be. So yeah, there are the car thoughts for today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about monetization and everything in gaming. Are you for live services? Are you not? And let me know if you've got any good mobile games that you're playing. I'll see y'all Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time over on the Nerd Cave News. I love ya. Bye-bye.